It's Slapjack! Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be quiet right now. I don't think we're muted.
Hey, hey, hey! Oh,
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Ho ho! Marcus the grand finale, also known as Slapjack.
And I'm Eric, also known as T-Bone or whatever his name was.
T-Bar.
T-Rod? I don't. T-Bar.
No, because that makes me Mace, and I refuse to do
Okay, it's all right. I'll be Mace then. I'll be Mace. You can be T-Bar.
because
They sound like TLC.
Dio Madden with that mask on looks like fucking Predator.
He does.
Honestly, let me tell you guys something. When Retribution showed up and they cut their promo, and they were wearing the mask, I was like, okay, that's fine. When they were talking their nonsense, I'm like, I see what you're doing, Dijakovic. I see you, Dio. I see you, Keith Lee's girlfriend. I see you. But I swear to God, though, when they said their names, T-Bar, Slapjack, and Mace, I could not stop laughing. I was like, was this the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And so when Manny put his graphic up there and I saw them again, they're just a comedy act to me. I can't stop laughing.
Oh, there they go again. I don't think they're a comedy act. I actually enjoy their look. I think the look is fine. I'm glad we got names and or code names maybe. Who knows? These are their legit names. Could be code names like Cobra. But I'm glad that they have something that isn't just my faceless, nameless people. But Slapjack and could be a different name. I think Slapjack is the most uninspired name, and Mace.
I think Mace
and T-Bar too. And although that boy ain't right is a good what you call it.
But we still don't know what the women are called. And I know Mia Yim, but who's the other female in Retribution?
Martinez.
Was that Mercedes Martinez?
Yeah.
So she's already done with Rob.
Yeah, I'm 100% petitioning that she be called Cockblock for the crew.
I am Cockblock, and this is Cockknocker, and we are the women of Retribution. But the whole reveal of them that they were signed under WWE contracts, meaning they sold out real quick.
They sold out.
Oh, Slapjack and T-Bar. As soon as they saw the money, they joined in. Was like, we can do whatever we want now? Shit, this ain't that bad. We taking their money.
Before we get into Monday Night Raw, we do have to cover a bit of SmackDown. Because there wasn't a show last Saturday. There was a wonderful tier list with myself and Eric.
Yeah, congratulations for getting up to 100 views.
Oh, thank you, sir. I mean, apparently I've learned a couple things in life. If you put AEW in anything, it gets a lot of views because people love them some AEW, and maybe my hate is legendary. That's all I got.
Well, I felt like you didn't hate nearly as much as I thought you would.
Well, I was being a true analyst, man. I mean, I understand who I am, and I understand the role that it plays in WWE, but at the same time, they have a lot of good stuff to work with.
Levi says, "What's up? What's up, Levi?"
So, Levi, we're here I'm live from the Bay.
So a few people were watching this as live in the premiere when I put it on. A few disagreed with some of your picks and stuff like that. I did tell them to leave in the comment, but they didn't. But a lot of them felt that you ranked Miro too high.
But I mean, let me ask this question. Marcus knows me. Manny, you know me too. And I've been a big Rusev supporter for God knows how long. So it would be under no circumstances that I will put Rusev, Miro at any lower level. Although I think the gimmick that he's going in with is trash, but
The
he's
best
still my
man, ain't
boy.
nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with being called the best man.
And since
Wow.
we're on the topic of AEW, something that really ate me up over the weekend was this rating from Dave Meltzer of giving the AEW parking lot brawl between Pride and Powerful and the Best Friends a 5-star match. Now, in the pre-production meeting, Eric has told me he hasn't watched this match yet. So,
Nope.
Marcus, this question is primarily for you. Was this
Yes.
match a 5-star match?
No, not even close. It's just a match. Stuff was clearly set up, and you could see like mattresses on their tables. There was nothing in there that made it 5 stars. It wasn't like a great story being told. I had no emotion attached to it. Like the call is 5 stars is really, really cocksucking at the very best. Just slurping all the way up. I'm talking about all dick and balls.
Yes, Eric.
Go ahead, Eric.
Mark, I want to ask. I know you said it's not a 5-star match, but I'm curious. Was it a fun star match?
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I just made it up. Fun stars, man. Because from what I read, because I hadn't watched it, everyone said that this match was very fun. It was like a lot of excitement. And then I saw Sue go off with the middle finger, which I'm like, hey. But the thing that I have to wonder with AEW, because it's the one thing that AEW doesn't do well, is that they don't end storylines. So it's like, technically, this parking lot brawl should end their feud between the Pride and the Powerful and the Best Friends, but you know it's not going to end it, and they're going to keep it going.
Well, I think it's over. It seemed like
I
this
hope
was
so.
the end, but I don't feel like you call it a fun star match. It was fine. It was okay. It wasn't anything that compared to other street fights. It was nothing different that I've seen in other street fights. Like I've seen stuff like this before. Hell,
Manny,
on SmackDown, I won't say that was the greatest street fight with Roman and his cousin, but it was about the equivalent of what I saw with the what you call him.
Hold
This
on.
guy had a story.
That's completely different because that was a Samoan street fight, which is completely different to a regular street fight.
I do have a question.
Sorry,
about
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Manny,
The
I hope you
Samoans
don't
do it
mind.
differently.
Manny, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to help you along with the chat because Levi said that parking lot match was really good. I think it hurts that it wasn't presented better. I still think the wrong guys won. So I would agree with Levi in this situation because as Manny know, I rank Pride and Powerful very high on my tier list because I see money in them and I don't see any money in the Best Friends because Chucky was garbage. I remember Chucky being garbage. He was garbage.
So let's move on to SmackDown. I only have 3 talking points for SmackDown. Do you have, and that was Otis being filed with a lawsuit.
Yes.
Wow.
Bayley welcoming Sasha back to work.
Yes.
In a wonderful return to work.
I screamed out of my seat when she hit that bitch like that. Ow!
And the Samoan street fight. Do you have anything else worthy on SmackDown to talk about?
Not really. That was pretty much the 3 things to talk about. I mean, do I really want to talk about Lucha House Party beefing with each other? But I think they still got the win, right? No, they lost, right? I can't remember now. But I don't care about talking about that. I think those were the main 3 topics. Sasha being emotionally distraught that Bayley turned on her first, and Bayley attacking her in the middle of her interview on Sasha's biggest week ever when she showed up in the Mandalorian trailer.
Yeah, I feel like she was clearly injured. I don't know why she just didn't have that done over Zoom or Skype.
Yeah, it seemed like some being satellite, and I was like, oh, she's just backstage in the performance center.
You're not obligated to be at work.
I think this is the thing about it. It's like I think WWE has obligations to Fox, and I'll be the first one to say I haven't seen SmackDown, but we know that
you don't have to be the first one to say you haven't seen SmackDown. Just for the record, there's probably millions, if not billions, of people who haven't seen SmackDown. I'm the first one to say I haven't watched SmackDown.
But I'm about to give an opinion on something I haven't watched. I think that WWE has something that they owe to Fox to have the best ratings they possibly can, and they know that Sasha and Bayley equal ratings, especially you want to ride the momentum of Sasha being in the Mandalorian trailer. However, I think the injuries that she sustained from the week that I did watch SmackDown, where she had a chair wrapped around her neck and Bayley jumped off the top rope, technically should have put her out for almost a month, to the point where she couldn't even talk. I wanted Sasha to show up and be raspy voice, but she wasn't, which I think.
Did you see the segment?
No, I did. I told you I haven't seen SmackDown. Did she have
why haven't you said you didn't show the raspy voice?
You need to get to that segment. That's probably one of the funniest segments. Because she's talking this shit, and Bayley comes in with a chair.
So I'm charging my iPad right now, and my iPad has all the wrestling from last week on there still.
Yeah. So Sasha's talking mad shit, and she giving you all types of neck movement when she's talking too, with her injured neck brace, and she don't give a damn. And then her voice is, I guess, if she's playing raspy. If this is the acting I'm expecting for the Mandalorian, I'm assuming Sasha's gonna have no lines. But she's it was just entertaining when Bayley cracked that. To me, I went, oh no, that's disastrous. And then Bayley went to break the neck again.
I mean, the question
also,
is,
Adam Pearce last week became a full-fledged character, right? He's like a full-fledged thing now.
I think ever since the Postman Hiss thing, he's become a proper character. And if you follow him on Twitter, he tweets out the moment he does something on the show, which is always quite funny. Like, so when he sent out when Biggie arrived and then he sent him away, he's like, I made sure he went away on Twitter.
Well, I mean, I think once he showed that he had the ability to hire the services of the Hurt Business to stop T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack. I mean, do you think they signed their contracts like that? Like, T-Bar.
Elvis Dork has entered the chat. But I don't know how. I mean, you can sign a contract with anything. I'm assuming he went Dijakovic, to make sure he gets the check.
No, I can't stop that Retribution. I want to stop, but I can't.
Let's stay on track with SmackDown. What are your thoughts, Manny, on the Roman and Jey Uso situation, in which Jey still doesn't get that Roman's going to kill him? Like, that stare down at the end was, I'm going to kill you.
I don't like the fact that they're selling Jey Uso like he's going to win the title, and I know he isn't. So I don't need this sell because he's going to be taken and destroyed. He will be put on the shelf with his brother.
I have not seen anybody set up for slaughter. Like, he just looks like a cow. Like, every time I look at him, he looks like a cow going on the Richter scale, get ready to fall into a meat grinder. But he's so happy. He's so happy about everything, and he's going to die. And I want the most heinous shit to happen to him at Clash of Champions. I want Roman just to really wreck him and end him and put him on TV like his brother.
So what did you make of the law? Because Eric didn't watch it, so so what?
I'm only here for Raw. That's what I'm here for.
What did you make of Otis being slapped with that lawsuit?
Oh man, he's gonna lose that money in the bank, and I can't wait. I can't fucking do it. Like, the Miz getting that money in the bank, and you know what? And maybe he doesn't have a silly name. But I still believe he's a part of Retribution, and they're gonna do something with Retribution and the Miz when he get that contract.
Well, see, I like the part where Tucky was reading it all out for him. Because, probably Otis can't read from what I'm taking it from. So, Tucky goes, you got her up because you're going to have to forfeit the money to bank or go to court. And you have a week to decide. And then he goes, oh, Tucky, we're in trouble. And he's like, sorry, buddy, but you're in trouble. I was like, Tucky's taking a stand.
But here's my thing about, the whole, you have a week to come up with what you're going to do. I believe Otis and Tucky Tucker should not be advising Otis what to do. They need to go directly to their lawyer. I feel like he's doing bad advice. You don't just give into a demand like that without your lawyer looking at the situation you're in.
Who do you think they're gonna pull out to be his lawyer?
I don't think he's gonna have one.
Tucker's gonna be his lawyer. I can already call that. Once we go find out Tucker Knight has some type of law school degree. That's why he read the contract. He knew it was up.
PhD.
And that was SmackDown. That was
yeah.
honestly SmackDown. Nothing else happened.
They sprinkled some stuff in there. Barry Corbin and Sheamus. I don't know. I mean, not Barry Corbin and Sheamus, but Big E and Sheamus and nephew continues, and you got the triple threat match set up for the Intercontinental title.
Let me tell you something about Big E. He did not get his heat back on Sheamus. Sheamus got away way too quickly.
It was like, I'm out. But they're building their feud.
Don in the chat says Parks and Parks because Joseph Park was a lawyer at one point, could represent Otis and Tucker Knight. I mean,
I feel that would be really funny. But I don't need a lawyer. I just need the match, and I need Otis to lose.
I think that's all you care about, Marcus. At the end, as long as the end goes, Otis losing.
I'm really sacrificing my right to being right that Otis will be one day a WWE champion. Like, he can still do that with Money in the Bank. However, or ergo, I would prefer the Miz to have that thing and cash it in on whoever the Raw champion is.
Marcus, as your birthday approaches us, I will point out that you really back some of the strangest people ever. First, you want Otis to be a champion, and then also
I called it. This is way back. This is almost a year ago because of his crowd reaction. Because people loved Otis.
And I know
he
you
got
want
the
to cut me
biggest
off.
reaction.
I know you want to cut me off because you want me to say the next thing, and you have all this unbridled support for Tamina that you think there's no one meaner than. So, Marcus, your 2020 has been rough, man. Your 22 Otis and Tamina, man.
For the Tamina Nation, this is as close as we've ever been to the title on multiple occasions.
And Manny, let's not forget, I believe Marcus is also a supporter of T-Bar, Mace, and Slapshot Retribution.
Goddamn right.
And also the Underground. So, Marcus, I feel like you're backing 4 losers already, and I'll get there when we get to Raw.
I don't think I'm backing losers.
I think we're moving over to Raw now because
yes, thank God.
SmackDown.
Look at that graphic.
The reason why Eric is here. So, Raw opens up with Retribution. The commentary team announced that WWE management have signed them to WWE.
Those fools!
Which I don't fucking understand because they're all ex NXT employees. So technically, they're still WWE employees. It doesn't make any sense.
So here's what I'm thinking. Retribution was already set to WWE, and that they already had these lucrative contracts. Maybe it was a renegotiation.
No.
And in the negotiation, I can be known as Slapjack.
So it became more evident this doesn't make any sense when me and him started talking. But WWE management, you think your company is safe because you got us contracts. Think again. We are done getting stepped on. We can get some imaginary brass ring. Literally word for word what she said. It didn't even make sense with the way she said it.
Well, it was similar to what Rusev said about the brass ring. I feel like they stole Rusev's line of visible brass rings. I don't know what they were talking. Honestly, I don't know what they were talking about when they said they got signed. I was like, why? Why would you go give them the bag? Derek's gonna give them the bag. Then stop attacking them. Make them corporate.
And then I'm assuming his name is Mace now. We are here to destroy the WWE and rebuild it in the image of Retribution. He called them whores for collecting their money. And then Retribution will make you pay for your sins because we are the judge, jury, and executioners. Cue the Hurt Business. And I think the MVP called them hoes since they got contract.
Wow.
They're still running their mouths.
That is a very good question asked by Levi in the chat because I don't know the answer to this right now because the Dark Order started off awful. I mean, they started off good and they ended up being awful. So maybe Retribution is starting off awful and might turn to something good. They might be a diamond in the rough.
No. The Dark Order was horrible from the beginning. because they had no real leadership. Dark Order has only been good for the last month.
So can I ask a question? Because I know I'm a guest. So does Marcus go first and talk about his Retribution opinions, and I can go? Is that how it goes?
No, you can go, but we will mute you if your hate goes too deep.
No,
Yeah.
surprisingly, I'm not ready to poo-poo or Retribution yet. Like at the
You
very
just
beginning,
did. You've been shitting on him for the entire show.
You have to understand something. At the beginning of the show, I was like, okay, I get it. You guys are here to change things. I'm gonna give WWE the benefit of the doubt that I'm supposed to dispel my belief that these guys have ever been employed, and that's not Dijakovic, that's not Mia Yim, that's not Dio Madden. I'm gonna forget Jerry Lawler's doing commentating this week. I'm just gonna ignore all these factors, and you're here to change the shape of WWE. The thing that I didn't like is that you have the 5 guys or the 5 members, the Hurt Business come out. You have the Hurt Business come out, and then another mass of people still dressed like ninjas. I like the fact that they had the mask on because it separated them from the ninjas that Akira Tozawa uses when he's trying to get the 24/7. But outside of this, there's a lot wrong with Retribution. A lot. Marcus, go ahead.
Well, before you tell me what to do, you're a
It's
our show, damn it. You're a guest. You don't tell me to give my opinion. How you know I want to say I don't have an opinion? But I want to compare them to the Dark Order, in which, the Dark Order started off in a fight in the room, I believe at Double or Nothing, when they came out and no one knew who the fuck or what the fuck was going on. And then I saw them on TV and I was kind of iffy on them, and I was like, yeah, this could work. This could work. They're kind of a cult. And then they start having their vignettes, and I was like, I'm digging this. Then Brody Lee became Vince McMahon, and then you go, I don't know where this is going. And now they run the show when Brody Lee has captured the World Heavyweight Championship. And I know it's the TNT Championship, but Cody considers that the #1 belt. So Retribution, to me, I feel like it was meandering after a while of them showing up and doing this kiddie shit. But now we have grown-ass men and women in this group with faces and names, and they're identified. And, other than the fact that they sold out and got contracts for an inexplicit reason, I was digging them this week. They may have goofy names or whatnot, and they look like rejects from Mad Max Fury Road. But I enjoyed what they were about, and I enjoyed this feud with the Hurt Business. Even though I feel like the Hurt Business are playing 50-50.
So I saw a tweet from WrestleVotes saying that many in the back already think that the name and the way they were revealed is already too high of a mountain for them to climb. Do you agree with that?
But like they did too big of a leap, like out of nowhere.
I feel like the way they've been revealed is they've been revealed as a joke. Like they could have had a strong reveal.
Yeah, I feel like that they just Go ahead.
Like if you compare it to the way the Nexus was revealed, so they beat the shit out of John Cena, and then that was the end of Raw. And we didn't have them lingering around for like weeks on end.
Yep.
They were on Raw the next week, and that was it. They were revealed. Whereas this has been going on for months, and then it's almost like it's lackluster now. It's like it's kind of like build it up to be something big, and then now it's just a bit.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is the perfect faction to compare this to is to go all the way back to about 8 years ago with the Aces and Eights, because that's who they are. They essentially rip off the Aces and Eights. And the Aces and Eights, it wasn't perfect. It had its flaws and reveals and a lot of stuff that didn't make a lot of sense. But their reveal was bigger in the end when you found out that Bully was in charge of it, and, that they seem to have a purpose. And that's where I feel Retribution fell short and falling short of the Aces and Eights.
Damn,
Chris is calling you out, Marcus.
I'm out.
Damn.
I'm out.
Damn.
I'm out.
Oh man.
However, Lashley did call out the man in the chat, El Luchador. as he referred to, oh, you guys have been warned. We're not a bunch of little kids hiding behind some damn masks. We are the Hurt Business, and we'll beat you up, and we'll look good doing it.
I mean, like, for me, the whole thing about it is like the Hurt Business last week came off as the stars because they came out there, they whooped ass. Retribution, the biggest hurdle that they have to get over is the fact that they were supposed to be the force that was going to change WWE and their operations that people have done. But once you announce that they signed contracts, it defeats the whole purpose of their anarchist type of point of view. You can't be employed and want to be an anarchist. Like, the thing is, you could have easily went and cut a promo last night and said that we're going to focus all of our attention on Raw because this is where we feel all the corruption in WWE is at. And like saying that they have contracts, it's clipping their wings before they even begin to fly. Outside of that, I mean, you have to give them this. If we didn't know who Dijakovic and Dio Madden were, they look impressive. They're two big guys. They, the aesthetic that they're giving off is actually not that bad. I just think that the whole thing with Monday Night Raw yesterday was that a lot of stuff happened, but a lot of it just fell flat. Like, I just didn't care. It's like, oh, great, Retribution's here. Oh,
you just got too much hate in your heart. You got too much hate in your heart. I actually enjoyed Monday Night Raw.
So, going off what the chat has said, they're hoping, so Don, Levi, and Chris all want Keith Lee to be the boss of Retribution. But I don't feel he would fit, like, unless you change his name to what? Mad Dog? Big Dog? Big Steak Pie?
You see,
can we go with Devo or Big Black?
I mean, Big Black, Limitless Keith Lee. No, he can still be Keith Lee. Again, like, these could just be their code names. They still haven't revealed. The day when Dio Madden is masses up and Jerry the King Lawler goes, that's my friend Dio Madden. What he doing? I haven't seen him since Brock Lesnar killed his ass and we fired him. Like, that would be, it still haven't been revealed yet. Like, you can't say that's Dijakovic because he's technically under a mask and he has no reason to get Retribution. But they still haven't been revealed, and I still don't think the leader has been revealed yet.
But I think that Levi says it the best in the chat. Everybody that's in Retribution, maybe with the exception of Dio Madden, I don't know if he can wrestle, they're talented in the ring, and I think their wrestling ability could help them overcome the whackness and the comedy behind their storyline. I mean, T-Bar, I just hope that next week on Monday, they're no longer T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack. I just hope that they just go back to...
See,
I'm okay with the names. It's stupid.
Michael has the best credit. Anyone else ever bust up into McDonald's and just get a job there? That'd be like me robbing a shop and then making store manager the next day. It's ridiculous.
It is... all right, I'm gonna... It's pretty much... All right, I don't know if you guys seen the movie The Great White Hype. It starred Jeff Goldblum, David Wayans, and Samuel Jackson. So Jeff Goldblum is a reporter, investigative reporter, and he's investigating Samuel Jackson's promotion, and that Samuel Jackson is an alleged pedophile. Okay? He goes into this meeting with him to confront him. I got these photos with you and these little girls, and I'm going to tear down your infrastructure because you're an evil person, Sultan. And he goes in there, and he shows the phone. Samuel Jackson laughs it off, and then he offers him a job. Immediately, Jeff Goldblum is seen walking out, and he is sold out at this point completely. And that's what I feel like Retribution did. They came out when they had all this dirt, and then they saw the money, and they took it. And that should have never happened with the contracts. It makes no sense that you all of a sudden are a part of the machine.
Marcus, I appreciate you, bringing up The Great White Hype, one of the more underrated movies that has ever happened.
Star-studded cast, amazing cast.
Irish Terry Conklin was the great hope, and clearly that didn't work out too well for him because, oh my God, that movie brings back so many good memories.
A bunch of Oscar-nominated actors in that movie: Samuel Jackson, Jamie Foxx.
But Manny, because I am a control freak, and this is what I'm going to ask you a question on your own show, Manny. That's what I do.
How the hell are you making me a guest on my own show?
Yeah. How did you just turn that? That's like
you're wearing our merch too. How dare you?
It's called
that's
power,
like
man.
Tom Cruise showing up on the Jimmy Fallon show. Let me ask you a question, Jimmy.
So
that's actually hostile. That's hostile territory.
But my question for you, Manny, is should we be patient? Do we think that they can bounce back, or is it's already dead in the water?
I thought it was dead in the water last week when they got beat up by the Hurt Business and Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre at the end of Raw. But so that was the title of last week's show for Raw. But like this, I feel like it's even harder to give them the time. I'll give them till the next pay-per-view, not Clash of Champions, the next one. So I give them to Survivor Series.
Okay.
I think it's a very hard hurdle to get over for them.
And now I have one more question for you, Manny. And Marcus, I would ask you, but you have already put your team. Manny, if one is going to be successful, which one is going to be the failure? Raw Underground or Retribution? Which one do you see being successful?
You're just so negative.
I see Raw Underground because this week they made Dabba-Kato look like a big deal, and they introduced that new lady, Brianna Brady, who I've been wondering what the fuck her name was for 6 months. Because how did we refer to her? Caden Carter too.
Yeah,
wow.
Tall Caden Carter. But her confusing looks of when she got that microphone, I was like, they're gonna let her talk. What is she gonna sound like? What's gonna happen? She's been in the background for so long. She's finally in the forefront.
I saw Star with her because she was able to handle the microphone. I was like, wow. Go ahead, Brianna.
But hold on. I think we should give Retribution the time, man. Give them time. Give them time, okay? They are forming. I thought they had an opportunity last week. I think I may have said this on the show that could have been the end of Retribution right there. That Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre jumped on them and they killed them and unmasked them and they were just a bunch of punks. They could have just ended it.
I'll tell you what, Marcus. This is leading to one thing, and possibly one thing only. We've been asking for it for weeks. Not that Billy Kay be in Raw Underground. Billy Kay officially joined the Hurt Business.
Yes! Yes! They need female representation, so it's not a 6-man tag because they left Ball Knocker and Nut Grabber on the sideline.
You know, I realized that I am Retribution because you guys signed me to a contract to appear on your show, and I'm trying to overtake it. I need to step back.
You asked.
Yeah, you asked. You pleaded. You said you needed the time. Can I get some of your TV time, baby? I wasn't known this week. I had some tape show.
I'm trying to get the rub. That's why I'm wearing the merch. You can buy that at storefrontier.com/DSPN.
I feel like I know there's a bunch of stuff that happened on Raw involving DNA tests and shit and all that. But there's the ad. There it is. That's beautiful. Buy it now! Buy it now! Right now! Help! We need the money. Get me out the bay. Oh, there was Raw Underground, and they were promoting Dabba Tuesday. Or Dabba-Kato, sorry. Yeah, I mixed both names. And I realized that. Dabba-Kato and Braun Strowman. But I thought the standout match was Ruiz versus Ziggler. Like, I really enjoyed the shit out of that one, and I was like, that's it. That's what they've been going for all the time.
No, I enjoyed Eric versus Riddick Moss.
Yeah, wait, Riddick Moss won. As soon as Riddick Moss won, I hated it.
That's all I needed. I was like, I needed someone to get clean punched in the face and knocked out for that to look legit.
And I realized that that's where you guys enjoyed. I still did enjoy Raw Underground, but at the same time, when Braun Strowman knocked Dabatande, whatever his name, out, I didn't yell out. Wait a minute. You can't correct him when you can't get his name right.
I got half his name right of his first name and his old name, and I put them together.
I just know I yelled out, "Oh, you got knocked the F out," and that's how it ended. And that was it for me. I mean, I still don't get Underground on purpose. I don't.
underground they've done though. I mean, all the wrestlers again in underground look better than what they are because these are a bunch of jobbers wrestling, except for I guess Strowman, who's a Universal Champion.
To be honest, these guys, so Riddick Moss, Ruas, Dabba-Kato all got TV time when they normally wouldn't. So like this got them out there. So you got to look at it that way. Like Shane did an interview with Corey Graves on his podcast, and he was kind of talking about the underground and what the concept was, and like he was going back to like Roman Greco wrestling stuff like that. But like it's getting people TV time and exposure, so like it makes them look like a big deal. Like so when Dabba-Kato stepped in the ring on the KO show, he seemed like a big deal already. So
Yeah.
like if it stops the stupid vignettes happening, like we saw for Bianca Belair later on in the night.
I didn't hate that vignette.
I didn't
Maybe
hate
I'm
it,
really
but, like,
positive.
No, I didn't hate it, but like I feel like stupid shit does make me laugh, but like you also need to make big guys seem like a big deal. And like he's been having these minute squash matches, if you can call them that, in the underground. So when he comes out, he's gonna seem like a big deal, even though he took an L against Braun Strowman tonight.
I think for me,
my biggest issue is that when he's in the underground, he's wearing the wife beater. He came out in his wrestling attire, and I don't know. I'm not feeling his wrestling attire, but that could just be me. I thought the thing that really helped me in that set, what it helped establish KO, is that he ain't gonna be somebody that backs down, because I like the fact that he punched Dabba-Kato or Kato, whatever his name is. True, he lost his future kids in the process because Aleister Black just came and crotched him on the pole like 3 times, and then they just went to commercial break. I'm like, can I get an update on KO? I mean, he lost his balls right there. I mean,
Aleister Black had no purpose other than I'm gonna destroy this man's nuts. But I was confused by that segment as Randy Orton they tried to get like 8 storylines across in that. Or it was just 2, but it was just like, oh, Randy Orton going like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Or somebody, I'm like, was it Randy Orton? I forgot who it was. So, I'll fuck you up, man.
Aleister Black. Aleister Black.
No, Aleister Black attacked. Oh, no, it was Strowman and Dabba-Kato arguing. And you hear him in the background as Chaos Nuts being smashed. I'll fuck you up later. I'm fuck you up as Chaos Nuts being smashed repeatedly.
Well, a match that had so many like stories going on within it was Angel Garza and Andrade versus Seth Rollins and Murphy versus Humberto Carrillo, who we haven't seen in weeks, and Dominic Mysterio. 2 of these teams are feuding with each other. A makeshift team that seem to have relatively weird good chemistry, even though they disappeared. They disappeared like the remainder of the match halfway through.
They got fatigued. They were like, I can't get up. I'm tired.
Seth Rollins just decides to walk off because he's got things going on in his mind. Which is when this is like when Murphy hits Andrade with this amazing running knee. Everyone stopped to go, ooh. And then even Dawkins took time to throw a shot at your Clippers. Andrade got my man out here. He's been taking the Clippers out here.
He's been taking shots at the Clippers all week on Instagram.
I just don't understand why people are attacking. Where did this Clipper hate come from? That it's this uproar of pure, unbridled hate that everybody and their mama had the comment on the Clippers losing. They lost.
Let me explain.
They have never won. It was a failure. It was a collapse.
Marcus,
it happens.
It's because, Marcus, the Clippers went out there puffing their chest, talking about they was running LA, they were this, and that. And
they've been running LA. The Lakers ain't won in years.
That's what your boy A-Docs we posted, Marcus.
So before we move on, earlier, Levi did mention, is Dabba-Kato the most racist gimmick name WWE has produced since Papa Shango?
I don't even know. I don't know what Dabba-Kato means. I don't know his, background, to be honest, other than Bonatube. I don't know.
Well,
Papa Shango though was I never considered Papa Shango racist. I just thought it was a funny name. I'm Papa Shango. Oh shit.
Are we not gonna speak on the fact that Angel Garza and Andrade got a win without Zelina Vega, and that was one of the narratives that they were trying to give off, that maybe they were better without Zelina, like maybe they were causing a rift between those two, and then Zelina went and defeated Mickie James to become the new number one, the kickoff show. They were just like Manny said, this triple threat tag match that I hate so much because it should never have had so many different storylines going on involved in it, that it was like a throwaway match that really made the entire show.
Buddy and Seth didn't need to be involved in this. It didn't make sense to me for them to be involved. They could just have Humberto and Dominic Mysterio do the match and Humberto take the pin. That would make the most sense to me, because when Seth walked out, I was like, what the fuck, man? I got more important things to do. And then when he came out with his DNA test and shit, I was like, this is what he had to do? It was already done.
Dalvin Kato, because I decided to look him up. His real name is Babatunde Ayegbush. I don't know, but maybe this means something, and because he's Polish Nigerian, maybe that means something. I don't know. I don't know. I can't call it racist. So I never met a Babatunde before in my life.
So
racist.
I lost my train of thought now.
So I can pick it up. I don't know if I'm looking forward to Andrade and Garza against the Street Profits for the 1 millionth time. I'm assuming they're going to get them this time.
Like we saw this in March.
Yeah, we saw this in April. Except for Theory showed up. I mean, it's been the same feud. I mean, I don't see why they can't have new tag teams. Where's Indesure in NXT? Just bring them up.
Well, I mean, I think the new tag team is Carrillo and Dominic Mysterio. I thought they were very good with each other, and I think that they have potential to be a good tag team. I'm hoping that this match between the Profits and Andrade and Garza is the end of their feuds, because I just can't see them taking the titles off of the Profits, because it's no reason to do that. And I think this will be the complete split between Garza and Andrade, so they can go their separate ways. I mean, I think that's for all people involved. That's the best thing that we can have happen. Like, we don't need to touch each other anymore.
I don't understand what direction they're going with the tag team division, because it looked like they were going to a completely different direction. And then this week happened, in which Nakamura and them were fighting a Lucha House Party with Kalisto and whatever West Side Story outfit he was wearing, and then you have the Profits against Angel Garza and them. It seemed like we were leading toward the clash of the champions between tag team champions versus tag team champions. But they just gave that away on Raw, and I guess we're done with that.
Yeah. So we move on to Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre, which I thought was an all right Raw match. But then the highlight of Raw for me was Randy Orton's promo. Like, of all the things that happened on Raw, nothing stood out more than Randy Orton's promo. What did you guys think of the match, and then obviously the promo?
The match for me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, my brother. Speak your opinion. I'm not going to interrupt you. I am not going to interrupt you.
The match for me was less than stellar, because, like, the thing is, like, Drew is still supposed to not be cleared because of his fractured jaw, but he's still fighting so he doesn't lose his title shot. And I think for me, once I saw Drew come out and I saw him and I saw the ambulance in the background, I was like, well, this match is not going to finish, because there's an ambulance right then and there.
The ambulance has been there the whole night, though.
Yeah, which I knew was going to play a role with the Drew situation. What made me pop the most though was when Keith Lee walked out and he was wearing a doublet. I didn't, I was so happy that the doublet was brought out, because he keeps, changing his attire.
It's a singlet.
It had two straps.
This was a tank top at best, because it's not even attached to the shorts. It wasn't attached.
It's a doublet, man. A doublet. But needless to say, yes, Randy Orton was the best, because when Randy Orton got into the ring, he punted Keith Lee to remove him out of the picture. Like, you're not getting a title shot, fat man. You technically ain't won many matches besides DQ. He's lost.
He's lost all his matches.
He gave the RKO to Drew McIntyre, and then Randy, in his slow walking self, because I believe he did it through the commercial break, because I fast forward, he walks over to the ambulance. He looks in the window, making sure no one is in there. He opens up each door. He cuts a fire promo, and then what made it better, he slammed each door afterwards. And I was like, that's why Randy Orton is the GOAT, and that's why he deserves to take the title off of Drew McIntyre.
He sold the hell out of that ambulance match. I don't like the concept, and Manny has brought up, and I believe we had Jen on here as well, and I think Eric's in agreement. The concept of the ambulance match is really stupid.
It is.
Yeah, and for Randy Orton to cut a promo for the ambulance match and it be that good shows why he should be nominated, if not the wrestler of 2020. He should be because he's been consistently the best with his promos. The match with Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre, I enjoyed what I saw, but it was a rerun of every Keith Lee match since he debuted, in which he's having a match with a top guy, a la top guy enemy comes in and attack and whoop his ass. After Keith Lee is probably beaten after taking somebody's finisher. That was my problem with it. And Keith Lee's music and attire, I'm too distracted by it. Like every week it's something different. Just pick a side. Just pick a side. What you gonna do?
I think the biggest problem is that he doesn't match. Like, he wears the black top with all these different colored pants. And I'm like, when I see him walk out in the metallic with the pink Keith Lee bask in the glory, I'm like, oh, all right, he back to his regular attire. Then he unveils the doublet, and I'm like, what the hell, man? What are you doing? Go someplace with that.
So Chris asks, do you put the belt on Randy Orton because Edge is almost healed?
Yes. Yes.
Smart move. It's a smart move.
Yeah, I mean, and then you can have Drew go after the Retribution feud. Him and Keith Lee try to, do what they do and deal with Retribution or whatever the case gonna be, because Randy needs to be champion, and he should have been champion 2 pay-per-views ago.
So Mark, you're gonna have Drew McIntyre conduct business with MVP after MVP tried to lead him to the promised land, but Drew McIntyre told him no?
No, you got to get the Hurt Business out of this business of fighting Retribution. They shouldn't be involved. Like, how am I supposed to root against the Hurt Business when they're beating up on Richard O'Shea and Apollo, when they're doing the good of the locker room and taking care of Retribution? Like, they shouldn't be faces in one segment and heels in the other. They need to be consistent, and this is a way to have Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre faces the Retribution and eliminate the threat, and you get more Dijakovic and Keith Lee.
I just want to point out that
I know that never will end.
I know I'm talking a lot, but I have a lot to say. I didn't speak on Saturday, so I was celebrating a birthday. But I will point out that I've read the reports that I believe Ricochet's contract is ending and he may be on his way out. I will point out that Richard O'Shea was probably one of the more disengaged participants on all of Monday Night Raw. Like, when he was just like, come on, Apollo. Come on. Like, he just doesn't care anymore. He is checked out.
Come on, Apollo.
Yeah, come on. You can do it, Apollo.
Robot when Cedric jumped in his face and he was like, do something. I think he was supposed to look disappointed. He's just bad at acting. I think that's what it is. He's just bad.
I finally get why Eric is a Randy Orton fan. Because Randy Orton, rather than when he was laying in that ambulance, rather than nursing, like, oh, my face hurts. No, he was laying in that bed, realizing what he's capable of. That's levels of hate. Levels of fucking hate.
That's Kobe Bryant shit right there. I've been doing this to people.
Be a champion. So the ambulance may represent hope or death for some, but for him, it represents his 14th world championship.
That's resurrection, man. Resurrection, man.
Cold. That is the best promo this week, and I don't think it's going to be tough to defeat it.
And you know what, Manny? I might even get that promo and record it for Saturday show where we'll briefly mention Raw, because I don't think I can talk about these guys again for the audio listeners. But needless to say, I think they all listen to us on YouTube.
Eric, I know this try should be saved for after the show. But if barring I can't make Thursday's edition of the show because it would be hard for me to travel and then watch, like 4 hours of Raw or whatever it is, or of the Wednesday Night War, would you be able to fill in and be play the role of Marcus on the Untitled Manny and Marcus show?
Marcus, I could play the role. I mean, I was not looking forward to watching both AEW and NXT at the same time.
The gauntlet!
But to help support your quest, I can sacrifice my Wednesday and watch both shows and be ready for Manny on Thursday, Marcus, since I'm on vacation. I can fill in and make it the Untitled Eric and Manny show.
Why'd your name go first?
Because
won't you go? Yeah,
alphabetical order, sir.
No. It's the Manny and Monte show, gentlemen. It's the Manny and Monte show.
But then my name will be last. I want my name to be first. I'm overtaking.
No, the Monte and Manny show don't make sense.
No, but that's why it's
backwards.
That's why it's Eric.
Hold on. If your name goes first, you're producing the show.
Oh, we don't want his lazy production.
And then our numbers decline.
Yeah, it's proof.
The last Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast, how many views did it get? 22.
Yeah, that was like, ow. Damn.
Well, that being
and the
said,
show got shorter. The show got shorter and got less views.
In this envelope, I got the results, though. I got the results.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
Of why the show on Saturday may not have gotten that many views. And, you know, as I pull out these results.
It's 2 Saturdays ago. We thought we canceled the show. That's why the tier thing came out.
It's it's as I suspected. And we looked at the picture. Ray, you're not the father.
I enjoy some continuity. Do I enjoy it? Boy, do I do it. Because the fact that he was like, Seth, you really doing this? We know we've been down this road. It's Eddie. It's Eddie, goddammit. That's the father.
Well, I like this because Ray stopped and was like, hang on, we've been down this road before.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, well done for bringing back up 2005. And then it was like, oh no, it might have not been that Mysterio kid. Maybe it was the other Mysterio kid.
No facts. He did no research.
But my favorite thing about this entire segment, from this point on, and even back in the day, it's the one thing. Everyone keeps calling Angie a hoe. Because apparently she's sleeping with men and trying to make them be raised kids.
Whoa. She ain't a hoe. They were trying to...
I think we lost Marcus because he knows
artificially inseminate because Ray was having kids.
Oh.
No, I'm still here. I thought we lost you.
No, you froze up.
You froze.
Yeah, because you said something about Angie.
Eric disappeared on my beard. Oh. I didn't call Angie a hoe.
It's about to explode.
No. I have it in front of my air conditioner, so it keeps it cool as temperature reasonable. And that is until it fades out. But Angie is not a hoe. They tried to artificially inseminate with Eddie's sperm, and they had to because of the fact that Ray wasn't able to have kids for all the psychosis matches he had.
But I would point out, I don't think Ray wants you to bring that up, that he couldn't have kids in his sweet-ass Louis
he had them.
Sweater. I like this
He
sweater.
had them.
Couldn't afford it.
So Ray
Dominic
fucked up. No. Dominic came out. He's such a hipster. He's a hipster. But Ray fucked up and destroyed his entire family, which Seth did not intend. He just came out there to bullshit. Jeff's like, she a woman? She don't understand what's going on here because she's stupid at 19. And Aaliyah was like, what the fuck? And even the mama was like, damn, Ray, you got some misogynist shit right here that she only 19 can't comprehend in basic letters that Seth Rollins is a bad person, but has sympathy for Buddy Murphy.
And shout out to WWE for pointing out that she is 19 years of age. It probably solved a lot of problems that they were having in their with their fan base about is she old enough or is she not old enough. So pointing out that she's 19 years old. No,
that was for you.
I don't think I was the only one.
You brought it up on the previous show, going like, mm-hmm.
I read some other places people didn't really know. Just saying.
Okay, you dirty old man.
That's one advantage of becoming old. You get to be a dirty old man. You just get away with it.
You're 40. You can't be a dirty old man till you're 60. See now.
Eric, new nickname ODB.
There he is, ODB, aka the hater.
Don says, "What is if Hoovy is the poppy?"
Hoovy is. I would love for all of Ray's old enemies to come out of retirement and come at him. Hoovy, Super Crazy, Psychosis, La Parka, or L.A. Park now, all the old luchadors come out and be like, you never know who the father is. But this led to Buddy Murphy going up to Aaliyah talking about, hey, baby, I saw what you did last week. You know, I appreciate
she looked
that.
happy when she saw him. She didn't
Yep.
look that terrified after he said, I'm not here to hurt you.
Yeah.
Something Velveteen and Austin Theory should have said.
Wow.
They're being accused. They didn't do it. Austin Theory, baby. Velveteen didn't do it.
I just want to bring up, because you know how I think we can all kind of say that maybe Retribution kind of squandered their opportunity and it didn't fall off.
We can't all say that.
I know.
I didn't say it.
But I think we can agree on something. I think that there were two individuals that had their moment to shine. They had their moment to be put on the front stage and be ready to become stars. And I think they fell flat on their face. And this is between the match with Shayna and Nia going against Lana and Natalya. And they had the Riot Squad.
She's the boat. She's the boat.
The boat.
The boat.
They had the Riot Squad on commentary, and they just couldn't get their words out. And it was like, you girls are supposed to be selling me on yourself for this Clash of Champions match, and you can't even get your lines out. And I was like, man, this is not going to be good. I feel bad
pause for a minute? I think that was intentional, Eric. I believe they were playing scared. That they were intimidated by Shayna and Nia, and that they couldn't get their words out. That's why they were talking shit and walking away. They were scared of them.
But
by the way, Lana did not have to go through a table 2 weeks in a row. She did.
She's paying for the sins. She's paying for the sins of her husband, Marcus. She's paying for the sins of her husband. Like, for me, the thing about the Riot Squad, and this is what I hated, it's like, we broke up the Iconics for this? Because, like, literally, Billy Kay cut a great promo on Asuka, tried to get the title shot, and then Peyton Royce shows up and is like, I want this title shot. And then, like, she gets the title shot.
That was so heartbreaking again.
Full on, fuck Peyton for that. That was, she did her dirty.
She did.
She did her dirty during that.
Because, guys, I was hyped for the Billy Kay shot at Asuka for this title. And then when Peyton showed up, I was like, man, you dirty. You so dirty, Peyton.
Yeah, so it was Vince McMahon belittling Billy Kay. Because Billy Kay comes out there, Asuka, I'll kick your ass, and all that stuff. And then she was like, and then Peyton just walks right into the camera, cuts Billy Kay out, put her in the background, and she just tells her, I'll be there. And Asuka's like, well, you guys aren't even friends anymore, Billy Kay. I'll still support her. They're still the Iconics. That's all that was. Just can't be called the Iconics.
I think I make more money with Billy Kay because she talks better. She talks a lot better.
Billy Kay deserves better. Hashtag.
Billy Kay's got range.
Yes.
Billy can do mad. Billy can go whiny.
Yes. She can do comedy.
I have a question for you guys also. I know Mickie James lost. Was there an outcry about Mickie James losing to Zelina Vega, or
I'm sure there's some crying?
Or is Zelina Vega respected enough that the outcry was kind of muted?
I'm sure Mickie deserves better in her comeback.
I don't think Zelina's getting much respect out of this because their match is on the pre-show on the Champions.
Pre-show, no show. I'm on the show.
Is it really? I didn't realize that was a pre-show match.
They advertised it all throughout Raw. It was a pre-show match.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay. So I missed that part, but that actually disrespectful. I was actually looking forward to that being on the main show. Zelina has an octopus move. She was doing the octopus a lot in this match, and and she beat Peyton. They protected Billy Kay by not having her in this match. I mean, wait, that's the wrong match. She beat Mickie James. So I was okay with it, Later she got her heat back and got beat up a little bit, but look forward to it. Anything else happened on Raw?
Not really.
The final match, which is Retribution versus the Hurt Business, which they then announced the nicknames, Slapjack, T-Bar.
That boy ain't right. That boy ain't right.
And Mace. Don't forget about Mace, aka Casey Jones.
The only Mace we should be caring about is the one.
But did
that
he?
song feels so good.
I thought you were gonna say Mace Windu.
No,
No.
Manny had to search for what Mace did, actually. He was like, I know there's a Mace that I need to know, but he was a bad boy.
Yeah, I remember the song and everything. One of my favorite songs. It was like a mental block. I didn't even make notes of it.
However, Manny, I will have to correct you. They're not the same Mace because Mace, I believe, in Retribution is spelled M-A-C-E, and Mace from Bad Boy Records is spelled M-A$E. But now he's a preacher, so it doesn't matter.
No, he's not. He came back to rap, Eric. He came back to rap.
He's still a
no,
preacher.
he's not. He's abandoned his church and he went full rap. He's giving that up.
Damn, this match was awful. How did you find this match?
It was awful. It had no purpose.
I don't think it should have happened. Did I think it was completely awful? I just thought it was a weird way to introduce these guys to Slapjack and whoever. And then the rest of the Retribution clan comes out. I feel like we've been there, done that, and I didn't need it.
Because I feel like Bobby Lashley could have taken out all three of them on his own.
Bobby keeps looking more and more impressive at his 46-year-old ass. Come out there and beat up these young kids. Like, Bobby looks unstoppable. But do you think the Hurt Business is, I mean, not the Hurt Business, the Retribution is a way to complete the Hurt Business in which you can put Richard O'Shea and Apollo in there? Because they're just one step away from them all teaming together to fight Retribution. If you get 5 on 5.
No, because
Marcus,
you need 2 women. You need 2 women to add to that.
And I kind of feel like if anybody was going to be added to the Hurt Business, it would be the man that is always hurt or hurting people. That'll be Samoa Joe, which is why he's not on commentating. That's like, for me.
No, he got COVID.
Oh. Is that why we
I don't know if that's reported. I don't think that's reported, but he's been off for 2 weeks. Lifetime Phillips was off for 2 weeks. They both had COVID.
I think we need to add Bianca Belair to the Hurt Business. Though. Like, all jokes aside, okay?
Yeah.
Bianca Belair definitely needs to be in the Hurt Business.
It makes no sense.
If anyone can build up her career and make her a legit, because she's already got the talent. If anyone was to give her the actual push into the stardom, it's MVP.
So
right now, what he's doing for black talent.
I would agree with that, but then some people will say it's why they keep putting all the black people together. But my thing is, are we going to get packages for Bianca every week because she was the strongest this week? So will she be the fastest next week where she's beating everybody? It's like, I just need Bianca in the ring. Like, come on. Like, we need to move on.
Who's that sad white man she was beating on, man? Who was that dude in the gym? He ain't going to ever let that down.
A fake Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah. Honestly, Manny, I would not put Bianca in there, but Miss Brianna Brandy could be a good pickup for the Hurt Business to fight Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez.
But we don't know what you can do in the ring yet.
We don't know nothing about her.
Doesn't matter because, like, my biggest question is
why she can kill somebody.
My question was why. Can I get my question out?
No, because you're trying to kill people.
While T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack was in there trying to make that money for Retribution to keep their funding alive, where was the unnamed women in the group? Were they in the back still causing havoc, or what were they doing?
They were in catering. Question for who did it better, Retribution or Sanity?
Sanity with 3 members. With Killian.
There were 4.
And Nikki Cross. Yeah, they killed it. Oh, it's 4. It was 4, yeah. I forgot about Wolf, I think.
Forget about Lester, man. Don't forget about Lester.
I forgot about Wolf. But they did it better. And I think that, the Retribution, I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm tired. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I was like, fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, me and Yim and them were in the back rallying up the troops. Rallying up those troops. Rallying up the hoodies. The nameless hoodies.
So I feel like Drew McIntyre did the world a massive favor by leading out the Raw locker room to end this diabolical abomination of a match.
But Randy finished the match.
Yes, he did.
Randy finished it. Randy's going to be the leader of Retribution, guys.
But you know what? That will at least give us some more credibility. But, I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see. I'm a little worried about what's gonna happen with Retribution. I kind of just hope they fade to the black and just disappear, but you just never know. You just never know.
Don said add Naomi to the Hurt Business. I don't personally feel like that's a good fit.
You can't glow in the Hurt Business. You can't glow.
I feel like Bianca has more, and I'm comparing black women apparently, but Bianca has more bravado and charisma and more of an ego trip that will put her in the Hurt Business. She's about her money.
So, but
Naomi's about the glow.
And then Sasha Banks would also be a good fit. But I feel like Sasha Banks could easily be the leader over MVP.
Yeah, I think she'll outshine them. Since Sasha Banks might be the biggest star in all WWE. That my roommate goes, "Hey, did you see Sasha Banks in the Mandalorian trailer?" I go, "Yes." She's in it.
Isn't it always weird when you hear people who don't really watch wrestling and the names of the wrestlers that they bring up that they know? I'm like, huh. Okay.
He's like, I know Sasha Banks and Selena Vega and Andrade because he's associated to Selena Vega. Just a weird pipeline. Like, oh, okay.
So that is the end of today's show. Has anyone got any last comments before we call it a day?
Oh,
believe it or not, I enjoyed Raw. Oh, go ahead, Eric.
Oh, well, I was going to say, for me, Raw, I got through it without pausing, so that was a positive thing about it. I just felt that all the big moments that happened on Raw felt really flat. Like, it was still not like, Like, it wasn't a bad show? No. Was it a good show? No, it was just a meh show. But today is National Register to Vote, so if you live in the States, get out there, register to vote. It's time to make a change, because we have the power to do that. That's all I have.
Okay, I have a question for you, completely off topic. Another year of COVID or 4 more years of Trump?
I'll take another year of COVID, baby. Another year of COVID. I'll take it.
Yeah, man. I don't need people breathing on me no more, man. Because I feel like there are other disasters now that we kind of understand what COVID's about. Right now, we know it's about that life, and I'm really enjoying the smell of the sanitizing spray that people spray on shit. Oh, I could do another year. It's disgusting, but Trump has the ability to just cause more chaos.
Let me point out, and this is coming from Marcus, Manny, who, when it comes to Trump, Marcus said he has been one of the most enjoyable presidents because it's like a promo he's gonna cut at every press conference that you don't know what this fool is going to say. And that's the
most heel promos ever.
You don't know
4 years of heel promos. It's been almost a decade of heel. It's been half a decade of the best heel promos I've ever heard because he says the most outlandish shit that no wrestler would even dare to say.
Well, my favorite thing is when he says, no one likes that person. I always hear that no one likes that person. Or nothing's gonna happen. It's like, dude, you never say anything.
Or he's like, everybody said the whole, like, everybody hates that person. It's like when me and you have a conversation, he's like, oh, LeBron James, everybody hates LeBron James. Not everybody hates LeBron James. There's a lot of people, but not everybody.
So, Marcus, if I don't hear from you before Sunday, what do you want me to grill for you?
Oh, I like some seafood. A steak would be really nice.
He's coming down, so he's gonna be down Sunday to Tuesday. So,
hey, let me tell people my business. I swear, I'm joking. Tell Shante I say
hi. Marcus says hello, Shante.
Belated happy birthday.
Manny says belated happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
You sent her a card in the middle of the night, motherfucker. I got something to tell you about that when I see you in person.
What are my hours? The middle of the night. It may have been the middle of the night for you, but here in the Bay, that was Monday morning or whenever it was.
Is it still smoky in the Bay?
No, the Bay has clear skies right now. We're
that's
a nice chill breeze at night. It's chill breeze.
Maybe you'll get to play some Battlegrounds because I think Manny and I need to work on our WWE Battlegrounds review eventually.
Oh, I have created the merciless Lord Manny Hayes.
The merciless. Wow.
The merciless.
What 80s wrestler are you that you go by the merciless?
He wears pink tights, gray knee pads, and white boots, and will destroy you.
So, Marcus, I would actually
even
say...
if that description is better than Keith Lee's outfits.
Marcus, I can actually say I think WWE Battlegrounds is a game that you can get behind. I think you would enjoy it a whole lot. Shantae even played it a little bit.
It's frustrating.
Have you threw anybody into the alligators yet, or have you unlocked the alligator?
That's all I want to do.
I've done that. You can also there's a military base you can go on where a helicopter will come. You hop the fence, you climb on the helicopter, it brings you up, and then you land. You jump and land down like Superman drop onto them.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to jump on the helicopter and I want to throw people in the alligators. So that's my life. That's been my dream.
So Mark, I'm doing the story mode, and I'm very in the story, very short in the story mode, right? And they're teaching you how to do the cage match, Marcus. The cage match has one of these gimmicks that is so ridiculous that I think you would enjoy. Before you can climb out of the cage, you have to grab the money that's on the cage. You have to have enough money to climb out of the cage. It is so ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
You have a money meter. We don't know.
Why do you need to grab money?
It's the money meter. But with that being said, you're right. The show is kind of going long. So, Manny, how do you normally close this thing out?
The show's over. Peace.
Peace.
Bye. I guess I'll be back on Wednesday, so I better wash this shirt. I mean, on Thursday. I was showed up on Wednesday, did not know what to do.
He's like, I've always, and he goes, I've always wondered how Marcus and Manny were able to see into the future of AEW and NXT and talk about it before it even airs. They have a gift. I don't know why they don't use their gift for other things other than watching pro wrestling, but they're choosing to use their future psychic powers to talk about NXT and AEW. Even though Manny always gets the ratings right, and I get them wrong.
Does the ratings even matter?
Does.
Because don't you guys only care about it so you guys can say fuck chat? Chris says happy birthday, Shantae, just to let you know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's in the chat room. You know. With that being said, I think it's time for me to go. You
don't get to end our show. You don't get to end our show. You don't end our show.
Oh, Eric's been muted. That's the end of the show. Bye. Peace.
Peace.
You can't unmute me. I just unmuted myself again. I know how this works.
Oh, what? You can do that?
Yes, you just hit the unmute button. You never participated in a Zoom phone call? Man, it's like you can't move.
This isn't Zoom. This isn't Zoom. This is the StreamYard.
Guess what? They all work the same.
I don't touch any. Okay. I don't use any of these devices because my phone may explode. Okay.
Eric, I do know how to remove you. Bye.
Hi. Hello, guys. This is a more intimate setting.
I'm back.
He's dead. He's dead. He's never coming back. No, you're not. You're invisible.
No, I'm here.
I don't see you.
This is how we have fun. This is the end of the show. Peace.
Peace. Good time.